Pleasant good afternoon to you all. Thank you for joining this live as we get some updates from the team about Forcefield. My name is Keon Smith, and I will be your host slash moderator for this particular event. Today, we will be hearing all about Forcefield, which is a product that helps with sanitization. I'm going to allow the experts to share more information with you. And we will be joined today by Mr. Brett Millen. He is the Chief Executive Officer of Forcefield Australia. And we're coming all the way from Brisbane, Australia. And it is bright and sunny in Brisbane, and it's 7 a.m. So we want to say thank you to Brett for being with us this morning. Brett, thank you very much for being on the show and for you to be sharing your information with us today. How are you doing today?
Yeah, good. Thank you, Kean. And thank you for having us today. Very glad and proud to be talking to the people in Guyana.
Excellent, excellent. Thank you very much, Brett. And joining the panel discussion today would be the General Manager of WM Services, Miss Wazifa Ali Brown. Miss Wazifa, how are you doing today? Welcome.
Thank you, Keon. I'm quite well. Welcome, Brett.
Excellent, excellent. So it is great to have you both on the call. It is just around 5 p.m. here in Guyana. It's a Thursday afternoon, and we're speaking to Brett all the way in Australia, and it's 7 a.m. on a Friday. So, guys, we are going to be having information from the future being shared with us here today, and I'm really looking forward to this conversation. So, to get us started, persons who are tuned in on our social media platform, thank you again for tuning in. We'll like to encourage you to like, love, and of course, share the live video so that other persons can be exposed to this content so that they can learn more about the product and how they can continue to protect themselves and their families and team as well. So just so that we can get a good understanding of what Forcefield is and what Forcefield is all about, I'm going to first of all ask Brett to share with us a little bit about Forcefield Australia. Brett, over to you.
Thank you, Kean. Forcefield actually started from a necessity for a company that I had prior. It was a ventilation hygiene company. So in a nutshell, what we used to do was clean out all the commercial air conditioning systems from the air handling units, all the ducting within hospitals within Australia. Now, during that process of having that company, we were always trying to strive with all our different practices and methodologies, and that also included the products that we used. Now, at the time, we'd trialed products from a lot of different countries, mostly from the US, and we didn't really find a product that fitted all our needs. That it was green and clean, but also effective and with a long-lasting protection. So through that process, we actually developed our own product, and we were using that product for about 6 years with great success against mold and bacteria and other pathogens within commercial air conditioning systems. But it wasn't until late 2019 where we actually decided to offer this to the wider community as such. And then obviously with the unfortunate circumstances of 2020 and where we find ourselves today, that sort of just grew with our testing and that into testing against pathogens like COVID-19.
Oh, thank you very much, Brett, for sharing with us a little bit about the history and development of Forcefield. And I couldn't help but hear the first part that it came out of a necessity, wanting to ensure that your ventilation business actually delivered to your clients by creating a product that can actually disinfect their environment and deliver better quality of air. Is that correct?
Yes, correct. And a lot of the products, then there were some out there that offered some longer lasting results than your basic disinfectants, but the additives that they used to create that long-term protection wasn't really conducive to putting in hospital air conditioning systems.
Oh, wow. Thank you for considering the health of others. All right. Thank you very much, Brett, for sharing. And just like persons who may never heard of Forcefield from Australia, we have the general manager of WM Services. And I believe it's only fitting that our viewing and listening audience get a chance to really understand and hear about WM Services. So I'm going to invite Ms. Addie Brown to tell us a little bit about WM Services.
Thank you so much, Keon. Good afternoon, viewers. Well, before I get into that, I must give thanks to God for helping me with this initiative and to my support circle. WM Services has been in existence for close to 4 years, and it is our main objective to bring comfort and peace of mind to our customers. We are well known for our sales installation services in the areas of air conditioning, generators, electrical, consultancy, and some very high tech maintenance. Last year, 2020, we introduced our HydroClean service, which is mainly for the air conditioners, which is an antibacterial treatment that lasts for close to 6 months. Our team is very much certified and factory trained, but more importantly, we are here today to talk about WM's services newest franchise, Forcefield Guyana. It's the next generation of hospital grade sanitation products, fogging treatment, which is 99.99% protection that helps in the aid to minimize contamination against COVID-19, first of all, bacteria, mold, germs, and odor for up to 30 days, guaranteed. This product offers an extra level to infection control, and it is most of all environmentally friendly, safe for your pets, children. When I first heard about this product, I was like, we need to get this here in Guyana. So I hope that our viewers take into consideration how powerful this product is and how safe it is. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Ms. Ali Brown, for sharing with us. To our viewers online, as we are going through talking about the product and what the product can do, I would encourage you, you can send your questions that you have that you may need clarity on when you hear something that is mentioned so that the experts can respond to those questions and you don't leave our webinar today with questions that are lingering in your heads. So ask your questions, submit your questions online, and I will ensure that they get answered right here on the show live, and you can hear it from the experts themselves. Now, Brett, I'm going to go over to you now, and just for you to tell us, you did mention that you created a variety of different products, and you did mention some of them, but can you give our viewing audience a bit more description on the types of products that Forcefield actually offers?
Thank you, Cam. Yeah, well, the force field technology and obviously the technology we're here to talk about today, we really have only two products. Because with surface sanitation, what we've created with the product, it's actually a universal product. So even though I did discuss about the use of it within air conditioning systems, that has now been modified somewhat to suit air conditioning, but also high and low touch surfaces, and really any sort of sanitation requirements needed. And the other product is based on our sanitation product, is our hand sanitizer. Now that it's got all the same killing capabilities and components in it as the surface spray, but it has had a few sort of nice little added extras in it to make your hands feel nice.
Nice, nice. Thank you very much. So you have the disinfectant and along with the hand sanitizer, and those are the product lines that fall currently. And it will be really interesting to dive into what do we have here in Ghana. So Kelly, can you just share with the viewing audience which of the products that do you have here, and maybe a bit of a description about it?
Thanks, Keon. Sure. Well, first of all, we have this pocket-sized hand sanitizer, which I love. It's so convenient. It's like if you have your cell phone in your hands, which you can have both. It works really well. It has a very convenient trigger spray that you press here. Even if it comes in contact with pressing something down, it would not come out. Like some other products, it's hard to open the top, it's hard to get it out. It's not friendly in your hand. And for the ladies, this would work well in your handbags. This product was specifically generated to kill 99.99% of the germs and also to minimize the health concerns due to COVID-19. And alcohol-based products, which can lead to cracked, dry hands, flammable, it's toxic. This product is free of all of that. And it lasts 24 hours or 10 hand washes you can get from this product. How convenient is that, Guyana? I will spray some on my hand. If you can see, one spray, that's it. No residue, it's already dried on my hands. I can go touch any surface, touch anyone, and not be contaminated with anything. Next, we have available in Guyana is the disinfectant spray. It comes with, you can have it without the trigger spray, or you can have it with the trigger spray. If you can see, it's very convenient. This product, unlike any other disinfectant that I've came across, as being a mother, some might say a clean freak. Cleaning is like a hobby of mine. Some people are so surprised when I say that. But I love cleanliness, and I would definitely recommend this product to the market. Believe it or not, Forcefield 4-in-1, once it's actually sprayed onto the surface, it will actually give a protective coating that will keep on killing for 30 days. Now, that is very effective against mold, bacteria, COVID-19, and it is hospital grade. When we say hospital grade, we mean it's 99.99% protection. So this is what we have available in Guyana, along with the fogging treatment, which is if you want to sanitize your room, any size room, whether it being your office areas, living area, bedrooms to kitchen, laundry area, bathroom, etc. It's minimal provisions, and it's needed in some offices that I know. And it can be done within 30 to 45 minutes, and it also lasts for 30 days. You just have to use it once per month. Any other cleaner, once you apply this product, any other cleaner that you want to put onto the surface would not, I guarantee, would not hamper this layer that you put, right? We have a testing strip that can test when you put this product on, and if you put anything else over it, just tell you that this product is still in effect on your surface. So how good is that, Guyana? Back to you, Keon.
Thank you very much, Ms. Ali Brown. I think that it definitely brings a level of comfort. We're already having comments coming in about persons who absolutely would love the product. This is Irshad. Thank you very much, Irshad. Thank you for sharing. And what was very interesting about what you indicated is, one, the coating lasts for a while, so it doesn't matter about other stuff being placed on the surface. It doesn't remove that coating, and the fact also that you have a testing strip that allows you to keep tabs on if the product is actually still working. And I would love for Brett to just tell us a little bit more about what was the idea behind that. How confident are you that this will last for 30 days, seeing that you're providing this testing strip?
Thank you, Keon. Well, yes, in relation to the testing strip, so because of the active ingredients within the product, they are actually a what's called a quaternary ammonium chloride. So there has been lots of scientific studies being done outside of Forcefield and have shown, over the last decades that quaternary ammonium chlorides, if they are present, that they're still active and have a very long half-life. The beauty about Forcefield over other products that may be current on the market, like your Detol's, your Glen 20s, that sort of thing, that do contain the same sort of active ingredients, is that once those products are actually sprayed onto the surface and dry, the quaternary ammonium chlorides dry up like a salt as well. And once the surface is either brushed or cleaned or something, they actually remove those killing capabilities. The thing with the Forcefield technology is that with our nanotechnology, we're actually able to hold those active ingredients. So once it's sprayed to the surface and dries, it binds almost on a molecular level to the surface and holding there, quite firm. And it does take quite a decent amount of abrasion over a long period of time to actually remove that active surface. Something I would like to just insert there as well is that this product has been tested by some high-level laboratories in the UK to show that it does last 30 days, and we actually have some quite exciting news. We've just had, in the last couple of days, had some testing come back to show that not only does it last 30 days, but it actually lasts, it's still as strong after 300 human touches on the surface.
Excellent. Thank you. Thank you very much, Brett. I think um, this is definitely important for persons to keep in mind that it is not only the company that is making these claims. You have labs, independent labs, that would have provided their feedback, their testing to determine the strength of the product even after 30 days, and more so even after 300 human touches. I'm still trying to process in my head what would 300 human touches be like, but I guess we can all use our imagination where that is concerned.
Well,
So
and
thank you very much.
sorry, Cam.
Go ahead. Go ahead, Brett.
And the reason why we did that testing, obviously, to show more of a real world usage of the surface. With as Ali was saying, doing a fogging treatment is really good to essentially create a force field within a room, and that will continue to protect low touch surfaces like high up on walls, ceilings, and that sort of thing. But we decided to do the 300 touches as well because surfaces like light switches, door handles, handrails, those sort of things. So it sort of goes hand in hand. Like it gives you 30 days protection or 300 touches, and you think of a door handle in an office. That might get touched 10 times a day. So that still gives you your 30-day protection, even though that door handle's used 10 times a day, or that light switch, yeah.
Nice, nice, nice. Thank you very much. So I think you've just given some persons out there the best idea to spray their door handles, um, with the force field, because we have to admit generally those are the services that actually transmit disease more frequent than any other services, because everyone is holding the door. If you're going to, let's say, a public area, you're using a washroom or frequently used area, the washroom door, you have to hold it, and everyone holds it. And we can only pray that everyone washes their hands after use. So, to bring a level of sanity, I think definitely that's one of the services that force field will be most likely effective on using that. So, really, really fantastic. Thank you for sharing that with us, Brett. I think persons out there can be at more ease that how strong this product is in terms of protecting us from various bacteria. Now, I do have some questions that I'm sure not only that are going through my mind, but I'm sure maybe going through the minds of the listening public as well. And I would like to get some rapid questions going at you, Brett.
For sure.
All
Far
right.
away.
So the name is Force Field, which I'm sure you can ready to take the fire. So, like you did mention, there are many products out there, and one of the biggest concerns about with persons now would be how credible a product actually is, and they look at sometimes the leading organizations in terms of health to provide them with some information pertaining to a product. So, can you share with us, Brett, is your product, apart from being tested by the labs in England, is it accredited or is it sanctioned by any other health organization?
Yeah, thanks, Keon. Yes, they are. Yes, it is. So initially, we had our product go through the regulatory process of what we in Australia call the TGA. It's a Therapeutic Goods Administration. So very similar to, I believe, your EPA over there. So that's where we first started, and now that process, and with other countries too, is very rigorous. We have to share all of our data, our laboratory results, even our formulation for their approval before we can actually go to market with these claims. Since then, we've branched out into an approval in 6 other different countries, and that's all continually growing moving forward.
Excellent, excellent. Thank you. Um, I just want to touch on this, Brett. Is it anywhere sanctioned by the WHO, the World Health Organization?
The WHO they don't seem to actually sanction against sanction for products. They'll give recommendations of what should be used, but each country has their own, I guess, regulatory base under their own government that has their own processes of how they approve or disapprove products for that country. A lot of them do obviously take note of what the WHO say, but yeah, it depends on the country as to how much weight they take from the WHO.
Okay. So for us here in Guyana, I know that most products coming through would have to pass through our Food and Drug Administration. So this question goes over to Kelly just so that we can put this to ease. So just confirming, Kelly, has the product gone through the process of being approved by our Food and Drug Administration?
Thank you, Keon. Great question. It was certified by the Food and Drug Department. Um, it took about one week to get certification because of the non-alcohol based in the product. It's no alcohol, so it was a guaranteed sell to the Food and Drug Department at the University of Guyana.
All right, thank you very much. I just want to make sure that our persons understand that these products actually would pass through the various regulatory administrations, and it has met their approval. So, Brett, can you tell us in a nutshell, I know you've hinted on this throughout your responses to us, but if you can zone into it a bit more, what really makes Forcefield different from any other product out there, or many other products out there?
Thank you, Keon. Very simply is that, and the wider majority of people aren't actually aware of this, but your basic disinfectants, or even most hospital grade disinfectants, are on the market, actually offer no ongoing protection. In the disinfectant market worldwide, it's quite a unheard of thing to actually be making claims of a product lasting any longer than the time that it was applied. As you'll see, like on most products on your supermarket shelves, or those sort of things, that they may say, kills 99.9% of, bacteria, germs, mold, or anything in particular, but they'll never tend to mention anything about an ongoing protection. It's just that it is effective at that point in time once it's sprayed. After that application, it's only a matter of time until the surface is re-wiped, or it dries, or that sort of thing, and then that product is gone, and then that essentially leaves that surface nice and clean, obviously, and sanitized. But it might be only a few minutes later someone comes in with a contamination on their hands, or they sneeze or cough or something onto the surface. Those pathogens or bacteria, have the ability then to regrow on the surface. Now, obviously, that's where Forcefield is very different. That once applied onto the surface, it kills these things very, very rapidly. But then once it dries, it actually then continues that level of protection until the coating is physically removed. Which, as we touched on before, is we've had certified up to 30 days. The product can last quite substantially longer on a non-touch surface, say like high up on a ceiling or a wall, or on a touch surface up to 300 touches.
Thank you very much, Brett, for sharing that response with us. I think that definitely culminated why it is different from many other products. Now, it is called Forcefield Nanotechnology. And I think for persons like myself, when we think about nanotechnology, if I remember what I've seen from the movies, these are uh, particles that keeps moving. It's like it's almost like it's alive. So, can you just give us a bit of clarity on when you say nanotechnology, how does that actually works into your product?
Okay. Oh, thank you, Ken. Yes, well, they definitely, our nanotechnology definitely isn't little robots or anything like that floating around the area. The nanotechnology relates to the particle size of the binding ingredient, if you want to look at it in that sense. So obviously you've got a microscopic scale, and then you've got a nanoscopic scale, which is where our nanoparticles lie. Now, in simple terms, it's like a sticky substance. And once the sticky substance dries, it holds and binds to the surface. So it's like you've created a coating as such on that surface, and that nanotechnology is what holds our killing ability with killing components within the product to the surface. I hope that sort of explains it a bit
No,
better.
that is really really good. It's almost as if you have micro ninjas just waiting to kill the bacteria whenever they appear on the surface. So I think that brings a lot of clarity to what it means when we speak about nanotechnology is the binding element for the product that holds it, to hold the active ingredients together to the surface that keeps it active throughout the life of the product. Now, you did mention that Forcefield is in other countries. I'm sure persons are curious as to, know in which other countries does Forcefield currently exist.
Okay, so thanks, Keon. Yeah, so currently we've got the product obviously in Australia, New Zealand, Singapore, Malaysia, Philippines, France. It's just been approved in Germany, um, and also we're going through the regulatory process in the UK and the USA.
Oh, wow. So we can safely say that Guyana is the first Caribbean slash South American country to have Forcefield. Is that correct?
Oh, and my apologies. And also, it has been approved in St. Lucia as well.
St. Lucia.
And
So the
I
second.
think, yeah.
We can live with that.
But yes, no, on the mainland, very much so. Guyana was, is definitely the first on the mainland over there.
Okay, so we'll take the first in South America, but the second if we're going to associate with the Caribbean. So thank you very much. I think that is a good place to be, and it's really important that we have persons who are thinking ahead and looking at continuous ways to bring quality products to the persons here in Guyana. And I would like to say congratulations to Team WM for taking that initiative. Now, Bert, we're going into another question that I think you touched on a bit, but I think just want a bit more focus. Now, this application goes onto the surface and it can last for 30 days. And you were mentioning that it may take excessive abrasion to really, remove the protective layer of the product. But what about other harsh chemicals, for example, such as bleach or other cleaning agents? How will that impact or ruin the force field's um, antimicrobial protection? How will that affect it, if it will?
Thank you. So there's not very many products that will actually disrupt the coating. It's more of very harsh acidic or products that will start to sort of break down the nanotechnology, but it does actually take a fair while. Now, the actual actives, as I mentioned before, are what's called a quaternary ammonium chloride. Now, and these active ingredients have been used for decades, and was actually born out of sort of a necessity for wartime type applications out in the field. If you actually get some of these active ingredients and put them under a microscope, what it actually looks like is a little ball with a whole heap of spikes off that ball. Now, once applied to a surface or in any sort of usage as such, those little spikes have got a micro positive charge. So they'll actually bring a bacteria towards it. And what it actually does, it impales the bacteria or the fungus or excuse me, I'm about to sneeze. No, we're good. So once, a bacteria or something lands on the surface, will actually impale that organism over the spikes on the active ingredient, essentially killing it via a physical kill instead of a poison. So comparing to like your bleaches and other products, that's more of a poison and a dehydration of the organism. But where we've used a lot of these products in the past, like your bleaches and things like that. The bugs like Staphylococcus, or you may have heard of, golden staph, has been a result of using those poisons, because these organisms have become stronger and more resilient to that type of a product being used. where the quaternary ammonium chlorides, or our little balls with spikes on them, it doesn't allow for these organisms to grow stronger to it, because as I said, it's a physical kill, sort of like landing on a sword.
Nice. So just want to let my audience know that Brett is still talking about Forcefield nanotechnology when he's being very descriptive about how it impales the bacteria. So I think that is definitely for someone who have never heard of this before and really wondered how these chemicals actually worked to get rid of bacteria. I think this is a fantastic science lesson. I have learned a lot, and I know that I'm going to be a smart one in my conversations when I'm telling people that, bleach and other chemicals dehydrate and they poison the bacteria, but force field impales the bacteria. And I'll make sure I put a drama into it. Um, so thank you very much for sharing on that, Brett. I think it really helps us to bring about that understanding of how the product actually works. Now, one of the biggest things about it, persons are often, scared about using new chemicals and are scared about chemicals in general. Um, how humanly and environmentally friendly is Forcefield?
Thank you, Ken. Yeah, look, there's a few benefits for the environment for using force field. As I mentioned a bit earlier, the active ingredients within force field that actually does the killing, they're a quaternary ammonium chloride. Now, they do have a very long half-life, which means that they last, not even just within our product, but in excuse me, sorry, in a raw state for many years. But the beauty of our product being that it is bound at a molecular level with our nanotechnology is that once it's sprayed to a surface, it'll actually bind it to the surface and not allow these things to, continually rinse off, wash off into waterways and things where a lot of other products will. For an example, using sort of bleaches and things like that around your wash basins, your toilets, and that, you are essentially washing a lot of residue and a lot of the product you are using down the drain that will essentially, end up in waterways after treatment plants. Where Forcefield, obviously, once sprayed to the surface, it holds those actives there, and then any residuals are very inert ingredients, and they're very sort of safe for the environment. Now, but also the flip side to that is that, by utilizing Forcefield and not continually having to spray a cleaning product day in, day out on high touch surfaces, you're actually greatly reducing the chemicals and that being introduced to the environment anyway. So it's sort of like a double-edged benefit there. Yeah.
All right. And just
Sorry.
confirming, Brett, in terms of its safety to us as individuals, um, has there been any complaints, any side effects from persons who might have been in the environment where force field is used?
Thank you for that, Kane. Yeah, look, it's once the treatment has been done, whether it being on a surface or a fogging treatment, and the product's allowed to dry, it really just leaves a fresh sort of smell in the area, because it's killed all the sort of the pathogens, especially with the fogging treatment. It's killed all the pathogens within the environment, and which helps to neutralize bad odors as well, which is usually due to a breakdown of organic materials from bacteria and these sort of and fungus. But no, look, there's no, like, we've done extensive toxicology testing on the products, Obviously, you don't want to be going and drinking any sort of disinfection product. But look, from a sensible use of the product and how the product's intended to be used, know that there's no sort of negative effects there.
Thank you very much, Brett, and thank you for also making that that clarity that we don't go about drinking the product, because I don't want anybody to go say, well, Brett said this product is safe, so let me grab a cup of ice and take a shot. So, just keep in mind, it is not for ingestion. Please use it as directed on the surfaces that are around your house, offices, etc. So one final question, Brett, before I dive over to Miss Ali Brown and ask her a question. Uh, what is next for Forcefield in the future?
Well, for Forcefield, look, and really where we're at now is gaining very strong partnerships with companies around the world. So our vision is to be able to enable everyone around the world to have access to Forcefield within their own country. And we've been very fortunate and very lucky to find partners like WM Services, who we're very, who we enjoy working with, and they see and believe the vision of Forcefield. And really, the future for us is to keep supporting companies like WM Services to be able to enable the wider community of their countries to remain protected.
Thank you very much, Brett. And a reminder, I haven't seen any questions coming in online. Just remember, guys, we're getting closer to a wrap up time. So if you have any last minute questions, please post them in the comments, and I will be able to see the questions and ask the team to uh, respond to those questions that you may have. But we do enjoy the comments that are coming in online. Thank you guys for believing in the product and sharing your comments about what you're hearing here today. So I would just like to ask Ms. Ali Brown, you have used the product, you have the product in your possession. Can you just share with us what has been your experience? And this is not from the point of being the distributor of the product, but being from a user of the product. Can you share with us your experience from using the product?
Thank you, Keon. Sure. When WM Services first heard about Forcefield, we did our research. And after going through the research, we realized that this product is none other. We have compared this product with others, companies here in Guyana and the services that they offer and type of products that they use. And there's nothing that can compare to Forcefield. Their lasting days is very much shorter. The minimum would be like 7 days. Ours is 30 days full on or more. As being a user of this product, I love it. I would recommend this product to anyone. The First of all, the pocket size of the hand sanitizer, because since COVID we have used all of the products that you can possibly think about, hand sanitizers to spraying disinfectants and stuff, and there's nothing that can compare to Forcefield. As being a user, I've enjoyed it. I feel the clean in my environment when I use it. I feel the the chemicals working like when you use this hand sanitizer on your hands. And what I do enjoy too, it leaves my hands soft. There's no crack, there's no dryness, there's no irritation. And the disinfectant, when I put it on my surface, like Brett said, there's no lie in that. The freshness you feel when you clean. So that is what WM Services is excited about, to introduce this product to Guyana, the Guyanese community. And we hope that you can see the benefits in this product and would want to use it. And it's just 30 days. You could use it once per month. The sanitizer is one time in a day. If you're on the go, easy to use. It's just lovely. I enjoy it.
Thank you very much. And I must say as well that I am also a user. I have the hand sanitizer, and it sprays in almost like just the right quantity. It doesn't, you don't overspray where it's running down your hand. I think the spray, however it is set up, you get almost like just the right amount of spray coming out, of content coming out. Saying spray of content coming out in your hand that allows you to get a good coat over it, and it dries within seconds. And I think for me personally, what I also love about it, it doesn't have that sticky kind of feel to your hands when you use the spray. And I am now more excited to know that I have a layer of
Protection.
ninjas with swords that are going to impale bacteria that comes in contact with my hands surrounding. So I have on my force field protection whenever I use that spray. So I think it really brings a different light to the product that you can use for protection, especially in these times that we are experiencing with COVID-19. And I think it would even go beyond that because we may have there are other pathogen and bacteria in the air that Forcefield also protects us against. So
Yes.
as we're bringing the curtains down on our webinar today, I would ask Brett, any final words that you would like to share with the Guyanese public today as it pertains to Forcefield?
Thank you, Han. Yeah, well, just to, I guess, expand on the little hand sanitizer there that Ali was showing. Now, excuse me. So not only are these little bottles flat and leak and crush proof, but one of these little bottles will actually contains 450 sprays, which is a bit hard to believe. So that can be up to over a year's worth of protection for one person. Um, but look, apart from that, look, I just wanted to, thank you all today for having me on. Look, and I hope for all of Guyana that that things are going well over there for you because we are in very trying times, worldwide. And I hope that if anyone is sort of concerned or has some sanitation issues that they want to address, that we can help you with that.
Thank you very much, Brett. Thank you for gracing us with your presence so early in the morning. I know that your day has already started, and we will let you go just a few minutes so that you can get to your daily activities. I will go over now to Kelly for any closing remarks, and of course, to let people know how they can get their hands on this fantastic product.
Thank you, Keon. I would just like to add when I go out and I enter a store, I'm excited to use this product. People, I was like, look, I have my own sanitizer. I take it out, I show off because it's environmentally friendly and it quick dries because I'm, so busy, always on the go. I would also like to add that the disinfectant product does not hamper anything in your home. If we're going to do the fogging treatment, we cover your electronics with a layer of plastic, and it wouldn't hamper your furniture, your wood. Some persons would normally use a product called drywall in their house. It would not hamper, it would not leave a stain. It's very effective. And I hope that the Guyanese community can see how amazing this product is and invest in it. And WM Services is so happy and excited to collaborate with Forcefield in Australia. Mr. Brett, thank you for believing in WM Services. And I really do look forward to working with you on the other products that you will introduce later on. And contact information to reach out for this product of the WM services, you can reach us on telephone numbers 625-6096 or 672-8086. You can also visit our Facebook page, which is WM Services Forcefield Guyana, or for further information, you can visit our website on www.wmservicesgy.com.
Thank you very much, Ms. Addie Brown, for sharing with us. And there's one I would like to share a video with you before we go, but I just had to also go get my uh, Forcefield hand sanitizer so that our viewing public can see that I'm not just saying that. I love it. It is pocket size. It slips right into your jeans, and you wouldn't even feel that you have a sanitizer in your pocket. Easy to pull out, easy to use, easy to share with others without them touching your sanitizer. You can spray them. So we are going to share just a quick video with you as we close our session today. And I would like to say thank you to both of our panelists for taking the time out and sharing with us this afternoon and this morning in the case of Brett. And we're going to leave you guys with a short video about Forcefield nanotechnology as we take our leave. It's been an absolute pleasure. Thank you to all the persons who've tuned in on our various social media platforms. Please remember to do your part by liking, loving, and of course, sharing the video and letting persons know who you believe can really utilize the product, to let them know where they can get it and how they can protect themselves, their team members, and their families. This is Coach Keon Smith saying thank you for now and have a good evening.
Bye. Bye, Brett.
Bye.
Forcefield Nanotechnology, the next generation of state-of-the-art line of nanotechnology that kills COVID-19, bacteria, and mold for up to 30 days, guaranteed. Forcefield products are ideal for all environments such as hospitals, schools, airlines, offices, gyms, and homes. Forcefield is available in hand sanitizers, which guarantees protection for up to 24 hours or 10 hand washes, 4-in-1 hospital-grade disinfectant, and an ultra-low volume fogging treatment. Forcefield is listed in the Australian Register of Therapeutic Goods. Forcefield is also cost-effective and environmentally friendly. Forcefield products are distributed and applied locally by WM Services. Call today on 672-8086 or 625-6096. Forcefield Nanotechnology, protecting you, your team, and your family.